Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today we're getting our first look at our Ruike, I don't know, it says ready to make it, R-U-I-K-E knife. Alright guys, I think that is pronounced Ruike. I'm not sure, but that's what it's R-U-I-K-E, says ready to make it. And it is the P801 SF Blue. And I left it, or I put it back in the box. It's not technically an unboxing, but I wanted you guys to see the boxing that we're getting on a $30 or so knife. It's just beautiful. Slide that guy off. Got our little sleeve. And that's all it was, just a little sleeve. And then we have a nice box. What do we got back here? See if that'll focus. It probably is not going to, because that's very, very shiny. Let me turn off our auxiliary light here and see if it'll focus. There we go. Phoenix Limited. This is a division of the flashlight people. Has all of their information there. Email, web address, real address over in Shenzhen. And that's pretty cool. I like the box on the outside. Let's see what's on the inside. Alright, so this was actually attached to the knife. That's kind of hokey, but that's the only hokiness we get here. We have a warranty card, and that's not something you need to send in. It says, note, the completed warranty card should be returned together with the warranty item to the dealer if there are any quality problems on it. So not something you need to fill out and send in right away, which is great. And then we have a little book that I think other people have mentioned this. It's got a bunch of measurements there and no picture of the knife. That's weird. And thanks for choosing Ruike, proof of warranty, blah, 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 in various different languages. Really cool. And now, remember, this is a $30 or so knife. We are in a foamed and slightly felted case. And that's beautiful. So it must be a cheap-ass knife then, right? You betcha. Well, no, it's not. Get a look at what we've got here. Whenever I first put this thing in my hand and flipped it open a couple times and really didn't look at all the particulars, just flipped it open a couple times, I was like, wow. We have one hell of a knife here. And we're not going to get into particulars today. I just wanted you guys to get a good look at this guy. Under the lights, we'll turn our auxiliary light back on so we can get all those shiny pics, or shiny things. And we've got, look down this side of it. That thing is just gorgeous. Look at that pocket clip. Wow, some people have complained that it looks cheesy. Oh no, man. I love that thing. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We've got big, huge standoffs in there. Flipper tab, no jimping, and I can attest that it does not need it. And little blue, very nicely colored blue thumb studs. Wow. I was impressed whenever I took it out of the box. And I did this a couple times. And I was like, okay, so it's not absolutely perfect, but for 30 bucks, this is awesome. And it is. So let's get a really close look at it. And I have a set of calipers here, so we'll get over the major things right quick before I put it to use and we get a full review on it. First thing, we are stonewash stainless, probably 410, 420. Doesn't matter, it's just stonewash stainless on both sides, so we don't need a lock bar insert. We've got a standard pivot with a couple of sleeve with a couple of torque screws, and we do have this little collar under the torque screw, which is blue. Very, very nice. And that's one of the beautiful things I noticed right away about this knife. We have good hardware throughout. Phoenix has been listening in their Ruike line of knives. I hope this continues throughout that line. We have inexpensive knives, and you know, it may not be the hardest hardware in the world, but it has deep recesses in it, and that is just a beautiful thing That's almost more important. Well, it is more important than the hardness. You get those deep recesses so you don't tear up your Torx bits. So, anyhow, whenever I first looked at it, I was like, man, that's kind of like the El Cheapo Sabenza. And, you know, I was kind of right. Except it's not exactly as El Cheapo as I first thought. Let's get a look at this blade. We are 13C26N, if I remember correctly. I think it'll tell me on the other side of the blade. Full flat ground. Yeah, 14C26N, or 28N. Excuse me, I got the two of them backwards. And it's the P801 SF. I'm not sure what that thing is. Little triangle. If anybody knows out there, let me know. And some kind of freaky number there. But overall, not a lot of crap on the blade. And it's full flat ground at a pretty thin stock. And I haven't looked at that yet, so we'll get the calipers out and see how thin that stock is. We're in inches here, so we need to get all the way back here to get that starting stock. That is 0.12018, or right about 3.1 millimeter. So very slicey stock. And the cool thing here is that 14C28N, like we talked about a few days ago, in a nice slicey blade is just beautiful. It can be sharpened up to just a super, super fine micron splitting edge, and then it'll hold a working edge for a very, very reasonable amount of time, and it's not terribly hard to sharpen because it's a really fine-grained steel, and it's not like stupid hard and stupid abrasion resistant. So this is one of those steels that I would like to see a lot more of in the budget knife or the low-cost knife category. And let's get a quick look at our ergonomics. And, you know, this is the coolest thing. Look, what am I going to say? You guys already know it. They didn't goof with things. No freaking crazy, swoopy stuff. No nutty crap for the... Oh, you guys know the deal. Just freaking beautiful. You can do anything you want with this knife, and because of simple handle design, it's beautiful. Even your reverse grip, that little area right there on the reverse grip is well set up. And while we're here, let's get a blade length real quick, because you guys are all going to want to know that. And there's one more important measurement that I want to get. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Probably not very well. Okay, 87 millimeter, 3.42 inches. And they may list it a little differently. I don't remember. But, you know, I measure from the tip to the forwardmost piece here. You know, and one more thing I want to draw your attention to on this blade is a thumb stud placement. Now, that is way out of the cutting path, and I don't get all freakish like Nick does about that, as long as it's back here on this end. Now, there are some Benchmates where they get it way up here, and I don't understand that, and there's some other brands that do that too. But as long as it's back here at the back of the blade, I'm good. But what they've done here is really get it out of the way, and that's just a beautiful thing. That's somebody thinking, and somebody watching all us, you know, whiny, cranky knife reviewers on where to put things. And they actually paid attention, and they got you a thumb stud that apparently works. Yep. Gonna be a little hard left-handed being a frame lock, but I guess it will work. And it's just a beautiful thing. Now, that last measurement that is pretty important that I want you to get is right there. That's 0.36. Now, granted, we're running on bearings. We are stainless. We are not titanium and all the other stuff, but 0.36. For all you metric people, that's 9.16 millimeters. That is freakishly thin. In fact, where's my Sabenza at? I had it out here just a minute ago. The small Sabenza in Singo, and this is the small Sabenza, were 10.1 and 39. So the small Sabenza with no bearings is thicker than this Ruike. So, wow. Now, the one gripe that I have at this point is the knife is not perfectly centered. But, you know, in many ways, this knife I think is going to have enough good that I'm not going to be too upset about it. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to push this thing into use and get you guys a full review sometime very soon. This has been the Ruike P801 SF with that cool blue pocket clip. I really, really like that pocket clip and the matching thumb studs. Anyhow, you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.